Hi everybody, it's Lori Bradley here in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and we are on our final week of 31 projects in 31 days. It seems hard to believe that we've been doing this for a whole month almost, but here we are. And so we are gonna enjoy our last week. I feel like I haven't been live with you in several days. I haven't been live since Thursday, I think. So it's been a few days. We are going to use the same bundle, and then, all right, our youngest son is a senior in high school. He plays soccer and he's the kicker for the football team. And Friday afternoon was senior day for soccer. Saturday afternoon was supposed to be senior day for football, and the opponent forfeited. So we didn't actually have a senior football game, which was a little bit sad. But our school took the boys and the coaches and parents to a restaurant down the street from school, and so they got to eat, and then the coach talked about him a little bit. So it was fun. It wasn't the same, but anyway, we surprised our son, and our oldest flew home from Phoenix, and our middle son drove home from Louisville. Our daughter-in-law wasn't able to come, but we got all the boys here, which was kind of a fun thing. We haven't been just the 5 of us in a very long time. So anyway, we surprised Caden. It was a good weekend, and Sunday we just did some family stuff. So I appreciate your understanding for not being live yesterday. I'm going to show you 2 projects tonight. I'm going to use the party banners. No, I'm not going to use the party banners. I'm going to use the party alphabet, which is part of the party banners, party alphabet bundle. It's 2 sets of dies. I'm not going to lie. It is the second most expensive thing in the catalog besides the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. It's $99. But it is so versatile. If you're a scrapbooker, it's great for that. If you are a card maker, you can do fun things with that as well. So I'm going to show you 2 cards tonight. I'm going to show you 2 different cards, and I'm going to show what's the stamp set called? Oh my goodness, the words for the season. We're going to use that for our inside of our card. I'm going to do, every year I do one non-traditional color scheme on a Christmas card. Last year I did some trees with the decorative trees dies that were bright. They were the bright pink, blue, green. And this year, or the year before that, there was a whimsy paper that was pastels. It was a light green, a light pink. Today I'm going to use a floral garden foil, which is in the big catalog actually. And it is Cloud Cover, Secret Sea, and Strawberry Slush. I'm actually going to just do, no, not Secret Sea, Pretty in Pink. Cloud Cover, Pretty in Pink, Strawberry Slush. And I'm going to use the Cloud Cover and the Pretty in Pink paper for that. So we're going to make an unusual Christmas card, different color, and then I'm going to show you a little bit more traditional with the modern Christmas designer series paper. So let's get going. Let's make some cards. All right. Also, last week we had kind of the sinus funk at our house. So I'm still working on getting over it. So if I start coughing, just bear with me for just a second. It'll stop. Let me get my laptop set up here. Here we go. All right. So we are going to use like I said, the party alphabet dies, and they are a little over 2 inches. Each letter is about 2. Oh man, I don't know exactly. Not quite 2.5 inches. But the dies, they're every letter. They are all in here. You can cut them all at one time. I cut the patterned foil for this one, and then I'm using gold foil for my other one. But you can cut designer series paper. You can cut cardstock. You can cut it and then emboss it with one of your embossing folders. You can make it various things. Then the banners, which I don't have the banners over here, they are the letters, the die cut letters fit onto the banners, so it's really actually quite cool. All right, so let's get started. I have, and you know how I am, I die cut my letters from the middle of my pink Petal Garden designer foil. My foil's right here too. Oh. All right, well, my foil sheets I've run them. Oh, nope, they're stuck together. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me show this real quick. The Flower Garden Foils specialty paper. It's kind of fun. There's the cloud cover, and there's two different patterns of every color. There's a floral. Hopefully you can see that floral pattern, and then the cross marks, and those are the ones that I'm using today. And then the Pretty in Pink and the Strawberry Slush. So they're actually really fun. And like I said, there's two of each color. A floral and a crosshatch, I think is what I'm looking for. So those are super fun. They've got just a white background. They're not double-sided. All right, so I cut my my specialty paper at 4 by 5 1/4, and then cut out my letters out of the inside of that. And I did that actually with 2 sheets of paper so I can make extra cards. But I have a 4 by 5 1/4. No, I don't. I have a 4 1/4 by 11. Oh my goodness, piece of cardstock. And I went ahead and scored that because when I have a long card base, then I always feel like I need to score it. It's easier to fold that way. Keeps your score a little straight. I'm not sure why that is, but anyway. All right, so then go ahead and build my other piece a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and attach this. I have a piece of Secret Sea cardstock that I've embossed with the Jolly Holly embossing folder just to give some background texture, and I'm going to glue that onto my pink specialty paper, the foil. So we're going to do that. I have to be careful here because the holes in my letters are going to make it so that it's sticky on the back. I cut my blue Secret Sea paper at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. There we go. With that tight little border, and that way when we put our letters, when I did my letters, I didn't have to worry too much about where I went with the edges. And then we're going to go ahead and use regular Stampin' Seal and attach that to our card front. Just going to put that flat. I'm not going to use dimensionals for that. There we go. Now I've got my Noel letters. I've got the N, and actually this one's going to be opposite because I ran all 4 letters through both pieces at one time. Yeah. So they'll be opposite. You could do all the same if you wanted to, but I'm going to do them opposite. I'm just going to lay them on there for a second, but I'm going to use a piece of this cloud cover faux linen ribbon, and it's the cloud cover, so it matches my card base and it matches that shiny paper. Actually, I guess I'll pull these. And the reason I'm kind of laid those on there to begin with is I want to make sure that I can wrap my ribbon around. And that's one of the reasons why I did the long card base instead of the wide one. But I'm going to wrap it around, and I want to be able to see the pink just a little bit so it doesn't look like I just have a blue card base and a blue ribbon. I'm going to trim that. Well, hello, Sarah. Thanks for watching tonight. You don't usually get to watch me live. All right, so I'm tying a bow here. Here we go. So this way I know where to put my letters, and I haven't already attached my letters and then my bow be in the way. I might have to trim that a little more, but we'll see. Okay, so we've got our bow. And I'm just going to scoot it down just a little bit, just so we get all the colors up there. Like that. All right. There we go. It's going to let me fidget just a little bit. All right, then once I've got it placed, then I know where I can put my letters so that I'm not, because if I glued my letters first, then I'd wonder, I wouldn't be able to move move my ribbon. All right, I'm going to use dark dimensionals for this one because that dark background. So I'm going to put dimensionals on all my letters. I'm going to use the black ones because those are my favorite. And then we will see what we can do here. Maybe I should have done that beforehand so you didn't have to watch me put dimensionals on, but that's okay. The card base itself is cloud cover. The blue with the Jolly Holly embossing folder is Secret Sea. And then the foil is cloud cover, and it's from the Flower Garden specialty paper that's in the annual catalog, actually. Oh, goodness. And the letters, so the letters are cloud cover and Pretty in Pink. But I didn't like the Pretty in Pink with it, so I used cloud cover for our letter. Goodness, these letters are sticking to my thing. All right, then we've got our O. I think just one on each end and each side is plenty. You don't have to cover the whole thing. All right, so like I said, the party alphabet is a great addition. Actually, it'd be a great thing to add into a starter kit right now, because then you'd only pay $35 and you'd get some extra stuff. Great idea. Okay. So yes, it is a very pretty combination. It's just my non-traditional Christmas card for the year. Like I said, every year I make one that's not traditional red and green or similar color scheme. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put my N on here. I'm going to slide it a little bit under that knot. And then once I get the first two placed, then I can place the other two. I think that O is a little bit angled in at the top, so make sure that your O is bottom heavy. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but just approximately the same distance from both sides. And the same distance from the top and the bottom. There we go. Then we'll put our E below it. Actually, I do need to move that up because my E doesn't fit properly. Luckily, I didn't push that down too hard. So I need to push it up as far as I can. A little bit of trial and error. So if you do this and you've got your dimensionals on there, just don't press down really hard. There we go. Then you can come back in and you can push a little harder. That one I pushed a little harder. It's going to be covered, so we're okay. There we go. All right, now we got it. Now, I do need a little bit of help here. I have 3 different gems out, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use. So, all right. So there's our card. It's perfect as is, but I think we just need a little bit of something right here in this space. Now, I have 3 different things we can use. I have the flat in color pearl, so that I've got the smoky slate, or not smoky slate, oh my goodness. The cloud cover, smoky slate, same difference, right? All right, so I've got that one, which would be fun. I have the strawberry slush and Pretty in Pink gems, which I think would also be pretty. And actually this one, I think I could do that on those holly berries and make it look like right there, I could make the holly berries pink. Or I have just small rhinestones and I could color those either the cloud cover or Pretty in Pink. So I think I want to try the pink, Pretty in Pink gems on this particular one. Let's see how it works. My opinionated ladies aren't watching tonight, so I don't have all them telling me which one they like. We'll just put 3 little holly berries. They can be pink, right? We'll put those right there. Actually, I think that's perfect. All right, well, let's do that to this one too. This one's a little farther over, but I think it will be okay. We'll just make our holly berries scoot over a little bit. Kind of fits in that L also. And there we have card number 1 for tonight. So this is yesterday's card. We'll pretend like this was done on Sunday, but it is Monday. But anyway, here we are. All right, so there's card number 1. So let's, I forgot. We got to put our words on the inside. And so the words that I'm using for the inside are the words for the season stamp set, which come with dies that match, that are just the cutout words that are like Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Autumn. I can't remember all the words, but anyway, this is just the stamp set that goes with that. And I'm going to stamp on the inside, may your holiday season, nope, not that one. May the magic of Christmas fill each corner of your home and heart. I'm just going to put that on a white panel to stand up so I can see. I think it's a little crooked on my block, so I got to go down just a little bit. There we go. Okay. True story, the last of my Stamp and Seal refills are on my desk right now. My order is coming tomorrow, and so thank goodness, because I am literally, I just don't want to open a brand new Stamp and Seal. I don't need any more of the base pieces, but all of mine are super low, so the UPS man's going to be my favorite guy tomorrow when he brings my Stamp and Seal order. All right, there we go. Now we've got it done. May the magic of Christmas fill each corner of your home and heart. I think that's nice. All right, so card number 2. It's a little bit more traditional. You've seen the ornamental Christmas suite that we use. This is the Modern Christmas Designer Series paper. This is all of the package I have left, but I really do like it a lot. It's black and white and gold, and it's a super fun designer series paper. Black and white, and then gold accents on the front. So the pattern that I'm using, this is the one that I think looks like the tile floor. Once you see that, you can't unsee it. We got gold and black and white stripes, little hash marks. And then the one, the Fa La La, is actually one of my favorites. And it's not even the gold or silver. And the mistletoe leaves. But the one I'm using tonight is black with gold stars. Okay, so this is actually the piece that we're going to use tonight. All right, so I have a black card base, which seems a little un-Christmassy, but by the time we're done, I think you'll like it. So it's a black 8.5 by 11, or 8.5 by 5.5. Oh my goodness, the other card was 4.25 by 11. So we've got that. I have a piece of gold foil that's 4 by 5.25. You might guess what word's going to go on the front just by looking at my gold foil. And then I have a piece of the Designer Series paper that's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And again, you don't have to remember all that. I will put the dimensions in the description. All right, so I'm going to put that paper on. Now I had a couple of other ideas of what I wanted to do with the front for some decoration. They were all going to be this, the card idea was going to be the same, but I wanted to decorate it. And then I realized that my friend Mary has my bundle, my Modern Christmas bundle, and she got called out of town for an emergency, a family emergency, and so I don't have my bundle. So here we are. We are using, I'm just not going to decorate it the way that I really wanted to, but that's okay, right? We're going to wing it. All right, so I've got my piece. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this one as well, because I'm just going to pop it up. Where do we, over here it is. All so let's pop that up. Using the end of my package of big dimensionals here. Okay. I always like to use the shiny side of the paper. I always feel like I get my money's worth when I use the shiny side and not just the color side. And both of these are super easy. The words are the focal point. Like once you die cut those and attach those, you can put anything with those, but we could have die cut the letters out of the designer series paper. That would have been fun. So many options. So many options. All right, so we're gonna put that right on the front. Because in my head, my plan was to die cut some of these stars, because there's some of these stars that are similar shape in the bundle. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do that. So anyway, here we are. All right, so we're gonna do JOY. If you use the foil, make sure that your top plate for your embossing or for your embossing machine is a new one. It's almost even best if you save one plate for the foil so that it doesn't look like there's scratches all over it. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use small black dimensionals on the back of my letters because this one definitely needs the darker dimensionals. Put those on my letters. Okay. All right, it is Monday. For some reason all day I felt like it's Tuesday and I don't really have any idea why. All right, my schedule for the rest of the week I will post because it'll be a little bit different. We have 4 more days of our 31 projects. That's pretty exciting. And I'm trying to decide what I want to do after this, because I do like the everyday, but it's a lot, and the weekends are definitely hard. Hi Sheila, you're just in time to see card number 2. You'll have to go back and watch the replay for the first one, but we're finishing our second card. We're using the party alphabet, the dies, and so they're kind of a big purchase, but they are so worth it with all the things that you can make with it. All right, I'm actually going to look at this. I'm going to lay my paper along my ruler right here, and my paper is 5.5, even though our inside isn't. And I'm going to look at the 2 3/4 mark, which is about right here. So I'm just going to put my O so that it's kind of, I'm eyeballing it. I'm not even going to measure. I'm going to put my O right in the middle, and then I'll put my J and my Y on the outside edges, but we're going to keep them straight. So kind of look at it, make sure that you've got that, and then just put your Y right about the same distance apart. And if you're nervous like me, just lay them on there. Don't push them all the way down. Actually, I think that's pretty good. All right, like I said, if I had my bundle, I would cut some extra stars. It is called the Party Banners dies and the Party Alphabet dies. They're a set, and I believe they're $99 here in the United States, but they're ginormous, but they're so nice. The banners of all shapes. You can actually make a card with the banners. That's super fun. And then you could do a hanging banner also. And then the letters fit into the banners. So that's fun. We have done things with letters at our house. We've made a lot of homecoming signs. We've made some prom signs. My boys have used my letters for a lot of things. So I'm always kind of a sucker for those. All right, now let's do the inside. I'm going to use the same stamp set. And, well, hi, Rob. San Antonio, you must be traveling. Thanks for watching while you're traveling. May your holiday season be filled with joy and happiness. I thought that was nice to go with our joy on the front. We'll put that right in the middle. To remember that this one was a landscape card and not a portrait. So, all right, I need to do that one again. I think it's straight. It's just a little bit too inky on one side. And again, there's two sides to every paper until you glue it down, right? There we go. That one's better. All right, so I'm going to glue that on into the inside. And then to decorate the front, I'm going to do one more thing. Actually, you know what? An extra piece of the pink from when I cut my thing. We could actually put that on the inside of our card. Probably cut it down a little bit. All right, so now I have the black and gold and white baker's twine, and I'm gonna put some of that black and gold. I'm gonna tie it on, and I'm gonna make a bow, and I'm just gonna attach it to the top of the O like a wreath. We're gonna make it look like a little wreath. Hopefully that'll work for us. All right. Oh, hi, Sandy. No worries that you're late. You can always go back and watch the replay. I'm at a kind of a weird time tonight. I did it at 8 instead of 7:30, which is my usual evening time. But I had a graduation meeting tonight, which pushed me a little bit later than usual. So all the senior things are coming due, and it's a little crazy. But I get to be I had a graduation committee meeting, and they have a party for the kids on their last day of class. They do a service project during the month of May. And so the last day of class in April, at the very beginning of May, they have a picnic. And so that is my job this year, me with a couple of other ladies. So, all right, I'm going to put the bow right up at the top, and I'm going to make it look like, no, I think I want it at the top. So all the things today, we took our son to the airport, and then Matt dropped me off at my meeting, and I drove Caden's car home, and then we had to get gas and eat dinner. And so here we are at 8 o'clock. Hopefully you're in your pajamas, watching me in your pajamas, and you're comfy. All right, and there we go. And actually, do you think it needs sequins? Yes, no, because I can add some. Loose gold sequins. I just have to dot them on there. Do you think circles are okay with stars, or should I wait until I have my my dies back and add just a couple of die cut stars? What do you think? Does anyone have an opinion on that? Stars, or can we put in some circles? Maybe I'll lay some on here just so you can see. After this, we are all caught back up. We are at day 27. So we've done 27 projects, which is pretty fun, I think. Or you're tired of me. Maybe that's it too. Hopefully not. I'd put it upside down. Stars. I think so too. I think the circles are not the same. So I'm not going to do the circles. I'll have to do the stars when I get my stamp set back from my friend Mary. I didn't even think about that, but and it's totally fine. She had an emergency and had to leave, and we will make do. So just pretend that there's a couple of extra die cut popped up stars, and we'll be fine. All right. That's true. The paper and the foil is so pretty. It can be easily just on its own. So here are our two cards tonight. So our two projects, they used two different things, the party alphabet and the, well, actually a couple of different things, but the main things was the party alphabet and the designer series paper for this one and the specialty paper for that one. So anyway, thank you for joining me tonight. We are, tomorrow night, we will be back at 7:30. We have 4 more projects that we've got to do. And we're going to do some snowflakes, I think. We might do one Halloween. We'll see. And in the meantime, think about what you what you'd like to see in the future. Would you still like to see one card at a time? Would you prefer to see multiple cards on one video? Sometimes I think short videos are the best because you can watch it and be done with it. But if you have a big opinion on that, send me a message, give me a comment. Let me know what you think, because I want to do what everybody would like to watch. So anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for understanding when I moved the 2 projects to tonight, and I will see you all tomorrow night. Have a great night.